Chili Von here. Welcome if you're new here, welcome if you've been here. Today I'm reacting to Top 10 Animated Kids Shows with Surprisingly Sexy Women by WatchMojo.com. I can already think of a couple sexy cartoon characters, but let's see what they have in store for us.
We'll never look at these cartoon characters the same way again. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 animated kid shows with surprisingly sexy women. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we'll be looking at cartoons that are aimed at a younger audience that happen to feature some rather attractive and, in some cases, rather raunchy ladies. We won't be including shows with characters aimed at a much more mature audience like Betty Boop, or anything to do with anime. So, sayonara, Sailor Moon.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Number 10. Gem. Gem. This classic piece of animation offers some rockin' tracks, oddly awesome action scenes, and a lead character who's not only a role model for young girls, but also happens to be very easy on the eyes.
Anthony, what have you gotten us into?
Jerrica Benton may be a stand-up gal, but when she lets her holographic alter ego loose, she becomes a beacon of glamour and superstardom, with a somewhat sexy edge. Considering she manages a music company, a foster home, and has a rock star alter ego, we'd say Gem is the whole package.
Would my golden lady care to dance?
I'd love to.
Number 9. Cerebellum, the Powerpuff Girls franchise.
Charming.
We may never see her face, but the way she presents herself, as well as that voice that just makes people melt, we don't need to. Often serving as the brains behind the empty-headed mayor, Ms. Bellum is a confidant and ally to the Powerpuff Girls during some of their more desperate battles with the forces of evil.
Instead of fighting, try being nice. Huh? You know, nice.
She's a stand-up woman who's not afraid to speak her mind, or unleash her inner temptress. Yeah, we know it was seducer in disguise, but we'll be darned if she didn't get a few hearts racing.
Pencil go snap. Here, let me help you with that.
Okay. That's a
Number
little
8.
much.
Wonder Woman, Superfriends.
Good work, Wonder Woman!
Thanks, friends!
Newer versions of this Amazon princess balance Wonder Woman's outstanding beauty and her pride as an independent woman who doesn't take crap from any man, whether they're supervillains or not. And while there may have been less substance to the character during her gloriously campy run on Superfriends, the show was not afraid to show her kicking ass in her less than modest outfit.
What? We're shutting off your power, Mr. Power Pirate. You're now under the control of my golden lasso.
Nowadays, she's revered as an empowering female icon, and we guess in some small way, we have this version to thank for that. But to be honest, Wonder Woman is gorgeous in every incarnation.
Grab on, Superman. I'll climb.
Number 7. The Baroness Gi Joe, a real American hero.
Thanks, but I have other plans.
The Joes may have their share of ladies that know how to save the world in style, but alas, none can compare to the femme fatale of Cobra. As an intelligence officer who's sensual in nature and lethal in combat, the Baroness has been known to stab even her own boss in the back to get her way.
I have obeyed your orders, Cobra Commander, but I caution you. Gypsy magic is very unpredictable.
Throw in her choice of wardrobe, which happens to be on the skin-tight side, and you have a villainess that you can't help but root for. Maybe that's why Cobra Commander keeps her on the payroll despite all those betrayals.
Take her to the prison block. She
Her
can
eyebrows are
keep
better,
Cobra
her eyebrows are
Commander company.
better-ish.
Number 6. Catwoman, Batman the Animated Series.
Outstanding.
Batman sure knows how to pick 'em. While she's just as capable as the Caped Crusader, Catwoman's greatest strength comes from her ability to charm the cowl off anyone. Not even the Dark Knight is immune to her feminine wiles.
Never trifle with the affections of a woman until next time.
Armed with seduction, her signature whip, and razor-sharp claws, the Princess of Plunder will most likely end up breaking your heart and robbing you blind. but chances are you'll still be smitten with her. If only the bat could stop being so stoic and the cat could stop stealing. Then they'd be Gotham's ultimate power couple.
You know what's wrong with our relationship? You always let me get too close.
Number 5. Rogue X-Men.
How about getting your butt out of my car?
Admit it, you fell for her as soon as you heard that accent. But what's more, this Southern belle packs one hell of a wallop. Gifted with super strength and the ability to fly, Rogue is pretty much anyone's dream gal. But alas, there is a catch. Her mutation prevents her from physical contact with anyone, or they risk having their life force sucked out.
You know what happens when I touch somebody. You want to end up in the hospital?
Maybe it's worth it, no?
She's the forbidden fruit that yearns for a real connection. And that's why we give credit to Gambit for standing by her and not even getting a hug.
What'd I say?
Number 4. Sam, Alex, and Clover, totally spies.
Guys, I think we've got trouble.
They're the popular girls at school who not only have their own attractive quirks, but also moonlight as super spies. They save the world, kick ass, and look good while doing it. So you're spoiled for choice on which spy is your favorite. With Sam's suave intellect, Alex's cute nerdisms, and Clover's flirty attitude, they make for a dynamic and oddly gripping trio of heroes. And you can bet they were a lot of people's TV crushes. Although we're still not sure how stealthy you can be when your outfits make you look like traffic lights.
I sure hope I'll pass my driving test after that.
Number 3. She-Ra. She-Ra, Princess of Power.
I am She-Ra!
Just because her brother runs around shirtless trying to defeat Skeletor doesn't mean that Adora of Eternia is just gonna sit around playing princess all day. Granted the Sword of Protection, she assumes the heroic identity of She-Ra, and along with her winged steed, Swift Wind, she defends her people from the threat of the villainous Hordak.
I think you need this freeze ray more than I do.
Despite maintaining her regal attitude, She-Ra is certainly a princess that fans can rally behind. Outshining He-Man in a number of ways, she is not only strong and dignified, but also quite a looker in that battle outfit of hers.
They're afraid of me?
Number 2. Daphne Blake, the Scooby-Doo franchise.
Of course.
There's so much stuff in here, it's going to be hard to tell the clues from the collectibles.
The argument could be made that Daphne was rather useless in the older entries of the Scooby-Doo franchise, and basically served as eye candy. While that might be true, in recent years, Daphne has definitely come out of her shell as more than just a pretty face, becoming a valued member of Mystery Inc., who isn't afraid to get her hands dirty when investigating some supposed monster sighting. But that's not to say she's lost her looks. If anything, Daphne's become even more appealing, now that she's got a charming personality to go with that original appeal.
Good work, Daphne.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
So, you do know a bit about diplomacy.
Yeah, like a cockroach knows quantum physics.
The very model of diplomacy.
I miss Toon Disney.
Oh, femme fatale nurse.
Wow. Boys, they really did it up.
Hold real still, April.
I knew you'd come through.
Number 1. Josie. Josie and the Pussycats.
I know how to snap her out of it.
We could say that Josie got the top spot because she's the level-headed one of the group, who rocks on the guitar and provides vocals for one of animation's most beloved bands. Or that despite being a major star, she finds time to save the world from supervillains, aliens, and criminal masterminds. But to be honest, Josie and her Pussycats had audiences at the leopard print leotards.
Josie and the Pussycats, long tails and ears for hands.
These girls are not shy about showing skin. We don't know how the kids of the 70s took it, but looking back, it's easy to see that this musician was leading the way for capable, sexy cartoon ladies on the small screen.
May I be my guest, Alexandra?
What?
That was top 10 animated kids shows with surprising sexy women. Some of these were actually like really old, and I didn't know any of them. But some, they were kind of sexy, I'll admit that. Some they didn't put in here, maybe because they weren't surprisingly sexy. Yeah, stuff like Trudy Proud and Mrs. Incredible. Those are like 2 of the sexiest women on television, like cartoons that I've ever seen, besides Jessica Rabbit. I think that's her name. But yeah, anyway. If you like this video, you should check out watchmojo.com. They have tons of stuff like this. And if you like me reacting to stuff like this, you should subscribe to my channel, Shanley Vaughn, and like this video. In the meantime, please guys, if you want me to react to something, please let me know in the comments. And follow me on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter at @AndLadyKisses. And thank you for watching. Bye.